Good morning, third grade. Today we are going to focus on using the distributive property to help us solve problems using multiplication. So the distributive property states that multiplying a sum by a number is the same as multiplying each added by the number and then adding the products. Now, that may seem kind of tough to understand when we read in words, so I'm going to break it down and then demonstrate what it means. So it's saying that we can multiply the sum of a number. So for example, if I don't know 6 times 7, I can break 7 up into a sum. Now remember, sum means when two numbers add together. When you hear the word sum, you're thinking adding. The sum is our answer to an addition problem. So I can think of two numbers that add to 7 and break it up, and then I can multiply 6 by the added-ins, which is the two numbers you add to find the sum, and it would be the same as multiplying 6 times 7. Now, if you're still not sure what I'm explaining, let me show you how it works. So, when I look at my problem, it says, solve the following problems using the distributive property, show your work. It is important that we show our work. Now, the first problem says 6 times 7. I may not know 6 times 7 right away in my head, but I do know that 3 plus 4 equals 7, right? So I may know 6 times 3 and 6 times 4. So what I could do instead is I could do 6 times 3 plus 6 times 4. Now, instead of doing 6 times 7, because I didn't know that right away, I broke 7 into 3 and 4, because 3 plus 4 equals 7. I can find these products. Remember, our product is our answer to a multiplication problem, and add them together, and it will give me the same answer as if I did 6 times 7. So 6 times 3 is 18, plus 6 times 4 is 24. 18 plus 24 equals 42. So I know 6 times 7 is 42. Now I'm going to do the same thing for 9 times 6. I don't know what 9 times 6 is off the top of my head, but I do know what 9 times 3 is. So I'm going to use that to help me solve the problem by using the distributive property. I know that 3 plus 3 equals 6. So therefore, I can do 9 times 3 plus 9 times 3, which is the same as 9 times 6, because 3 plus 3 equals 6. Now I know 9 times 3 is 27. I will add that to 9 times 3 again, which is 27. 27 plus 27 equals 54. So I know that 9 times 6 is 54. And this is also how I will show my work. I will show myself breaking apart the number. I could have also broken apart 6 and done if I wanted to. I know that 3 plus 3 equals 6. So I could have done 3 times 7 plus 3 times 7. So that'll be 21 plus 21. My answer is 42. I get the same answer. There's several different ways that you can do it. The important thing is that we make sure when we break apart either one of the numbers, we're using two added-ins. Again, those are the two numbers that add to give us the number. In this case, we broke apart 7 into 3 and 4, because we know 3 plus 4 is 7. In this case, we broke 6 into 3 and 3, because we know 3 plus 3 is 6. And down here, we broke 6 into 3 and 3 again. And this is how you will show your work. You will use parentheses for the multiplication to find your products, and then you will add your products to find your answer to the original multiplication problem.